Greetings to all dear friends. You are on the Nevestate channel, where we discuss real estate in the United Arab Emirates and meet with experts from different countries. My name is Alibek. I am a licensed real estate specialist in the Emirates, particularly in Dubai, but I also work in other areas. Today we are conducting a webinar dedicated to the main inquiries about the real estate market, particularly regarding villas. And today I have gathered such key information on analytics, on market offers, and selected the top 5 locations for investing in the villa townhouses in Dubai. Therefore, there will be a lot of interesting information. We are starting. To begin with, I would like to briefly provide information about our company. We are an international real estate agency dealing with real estate in more than 40 directions. Our leader has over 12 years of experience in real estate. Our headquarters is located in Dubai, in the Business Bay area. Additionally, regarding the company, I would like to note that we are a full cycle company. We not only select real estate properties, but also help with the acceptance of apartments after the project is completed, conduct a full legal check, assist in renting out the property for long-term or short-term leases, and if necessary, help sell the property on the secondary market. Regarding analytics, first of all, I would like to note the stable growth of the GDP market, particularly the real estate market, which accounts for 8% of the GDP growth in the 24th year. And the growth continues, showing an average figure of 5.5% for the 24th year. And the trend is expected to continue growing over the next 5 years, according to forecasts by economists. Here, in this slide, I would also like to remind you that when purchasing real estate in the Emirates, there is an option to obtain a residence visa. You can obtain a residence visa for 2 years by purchasing real estate starting from $205,000. Alternatively, you can obtain a residence visa, the so-called golden visa, for 10 years for yourself and your family members by purchasing real estate starting from 2 million dirhams, equivalent to $545,000. Here, you can also consider the option of properties at the construction stage, where you pay in installments. You can pay half of this amount, and then you can consider submitting documents for review, where in fact you can get approval and you will be granted a 10-year residence visa. We also assist step by step in fully completing all the work related to obtaining and opening a residence visa. According to official sources, it is the real estate market, I can confidently say, ranks first in the world in terms of transactions and overall interest from investors worldwide. That's why records are broken every year. And the year 24 also shows growth, with the total volume of transactions amounting to more than $143 billion, which is in turn 27% higher compared to the year 23. The trend for the year 25 will remain the same. So in this slide, I have highlighted information specifically about villa transactions. Villas have exceptional demand, especially after the pandemic, when many were living in apartments. Many began to reconsider, let's say, the option of moving to land, and many developers have caught this wave due to the fact that there are many available plots, land plots, and separate communities are being developed. In particular, in Dubai, there has been a high demand since the year 21 for the purchase of townhouses, villas, and houses with their own plots. Therefore, the year 24 showed good results. In total, transactions amounting to $45 billion were carried out specifically for townhouses and villas. So here I have noted the top 5 locations that are in high demand and have had the most sales. Wadi Al Safa are areas located on the third line from the bay to the desert part, literally 20 to 25 minutes drive from Jumeirah Beach, downtown, and Business Bay, where there is currently a construction boom, specifically in separate communities with villas and townhouses, where the entire infrastructure will be fully represented. It's like a mini city within Dubai, where all the infrastructure is available. In fact, you would only need to leave the area if you are going to work. For comfortable living, everything will be concentrated in a specific community. Therefore, these areas are currently in high demand because developers are announcing new projects more and more frequently, and accordingly they are the first to be bought up. The top 5 rental areas are those where there are already established communities which are more affordable. As is known, over the last 3 years, rental prices have also continued to rise. This is an average rental increase of 10% per year on average, depending on the area. Townhouses and villas are no exception, so the demand for rentals is also growing. Therefore, investors are already considering the option of investing for future rentals, which can yield an average net return of 7 to 8% from annual rent. So this diagram, which I also included, shows an example compared to the year 23. What is the demand? The demand continues into the 24th year in terms of the number of transactions and in terms of the difference in resale. That is the option of buying a townhouse or villa for the purpose of resale also works. And it also shows growth compared to the year 20. The growth has increased on average by 20 to 25%, both in monetary terms and in daily quantity. In this slide, we have shown the share of villa sales, both primary and secondary. It is clear that currently primary sales dominate because many projects are coming onto the market and they are usually sold within the first few days. And then the option of resale is considered for the purpose of making a profit. This is the so-called flipping, but here you need to be more careful and study more information. In this regard, I can help you develop a strategy, a step-by-step strategy for investing with the aim of flipping over, let's say, 6 to 12 months from the time of purchase. Here, a stable growth per square foot is also indicated. The average price growth per square foot for townhouses and villas continues to rise. I hasten to note that the growth started for us in the year 2020, the end of 2020, when the Emirates fully vaccinated more than 55% of the population against coronavirus and opened their borders to the entire world, essentially. That's when, let's say, the real estate market boom began, along with sustained growth, which in turn does not seem to be slowing down even in 2025. So sales were conducted by price categories. Here, I would like to note that there are options for different budgets. It can be noted that starting prices are from 1 million and above, depending on the number of bedrooms, the community, the location of this community, what options are available in the area, who the developer is, and the quality of the construction. Therefore, the average cost is 2 to 3 million dirhams. You can consider a townhouse or a villa, typically with 3 bedrooms in a good, promising area. The equivalent is approximately $850,000 up to $1 million. You can consider a good option either for personal living or for resale. As I mentioned, the average price for a villa in 2024 is almost $900,000, which is in turn 12% higher compared to 2023. That is, the price is rising, and by the end of 2025, the results will be no less than those of 2024. In other words, demand continues to grow due to the large number of investors, including confirmed data that about 1,500 millionaires moved to the Emirates in 2024, transferring their assets due to certain changes globally, both economically and politically. Therefore, many consider the Middle East as a more comfortable, more moderate option, a comfortable location for investments and for essentially earning dividends. Also noted are the top 5 most expensive villa sales in 2024. The Palm takes first place. The most expensive villa transaction in 2024 took place there. As I mentioned, wealthy investors and millionaires are not only investing, but also relocating, moving here with their families, living in top locations. Accordingly, the demand for branded residences, more premium residences with high price tags is also high and significant, especially in the United Arab Emirates. This information will be of interest to those considering rental prices, for those who might be considering the option of renting out. Which areas are in demand and more interesting? The year 24 showed that Palm Jumeirah holds the first place. It is almost always in first place for us. Everyone prefers to live in top locations, but rental prices are not just increasing monthly, they might be increasing weekly or in these locations, showing a significant rise, almost 50% for the year 24 compared to the year 23. And similar areas like Dubai Creek Harbour or Emirates Living also show a good increase in rental yields. So in this slide, I would also like to note the fact that the population of the Emirates is growing. Over the last 4 years, more than 400,000 people have moved here. These are not tourists, but rather relocators, expats who have obtained residency here, see their future here, live with their families, work, and make their future plans specifically in Dubai, in the Arab Emirates. This trend will continue until the year 2030, according to the strategy for the overall development of the city, is to double the population, which will be approximately 6 to 6.5 million people. Therefore, the city is being built up. And this raises the question for those for whom all this will be built, who will live here. Believe me, a lot of influencers, businessmen, and representatives of large businesses from all over the world are moving here, building their businesses as well as their lives and planning their futures. Therefore, there will be people to rent, there will be people to resell to. In the Emirates, in principle, always another important piece of news that was announced at the boarding beginning of 2024, and construction has already begun. This is the construction of the third metro line. It's according to the general plan, where 7 metro lines will be built in total by the year 2040, according to RTA data. This is the Ministry of Roads and Transport. The third line will be launched in the year 29. And in fact, the areas through which it will pass are currently, let's say, attractive areas for purchasing real estate in general, both apartments and villas. Moreover, in these areas, many different projects are being developed and are already being developed and sold. Recently, there was also an announcement about the launch of rail buses. These are buses on auxiliary power, a bus on auxiliary energy from solar panels, which will circulate in areas like Al-Karama, Al-Barsha, and Dera, which in turn will provide a certain impetus, a push for investors to consider these locations where prices are more affordable. As is known in the Emirates, public transport, particularly bus transport, is underdeveloped. Therefore, the Emirates are doing everything necessary, including developing this strategy, to develop the transport network, which is expanding year by year. Yestaunis information about the development of Al Maktoum Airport, I would like to note from my side, is the #1 news in 24th year that was announced. The airport is already operational, but according to the news, about 30. $5 billion will be invested. They plan to make this airport the largest global hub, not only in the Middle East, but also in the entire world, which will be the largest both as an aviation logistics hub and an industrial one. The largest airport, which is already operational and continues to expand. This location is the Dubai South area, which is the southeastern district of Dubai, where in fact many different developers are currently focusing, announcing their projects, and you can consider options at more affordable prices, which in turn will increase in the construction period. Also, information that was announced by the municipality in 24th year, they will build the tallest eco-resort in the world, which will be located in Zabeel Park, just a 10-minute drive from downtown. The project is under the personal supervision of Sheikh Hamdan, the Crown Prince, Sheikh of Dubai. This means that there will be more separate hanging gardens and park areas built here, all based on auxiliary energy from solar panels. Therefore, this project is a kind of magnet for new investments, both in the business sector and in the field of real estate, for projects that will be located within a 10 to 15-minute drive from this eco-resort. And another important piece of news, a powerful project has been announced, which plans to preserve the marine ecosystem, build and maintain reefs. About 20,000 specially designed reef modules will be constructed along the coast of Dubai, which in turn will serve as a water filtration system and support the ecosystem as a whole. I would like to note that some locations in the vicinity are currently being actively developed, and they are also among the last plots where residential properties will be built on free plots in the coastal zone. Premium townhouses and villas from leading developers in Dubai will also be constructed. Therefore, if you want more additional information, you can send me your request by following the link under this video. I will be happy to contact you and answer any additional or questions about the real estate market, particularly about villas and townhouses in the Arab Emirates. And now we return to the most interesting part. In my opinion, these are the top 5 villa projects in Dubai. I mentioned Dubai because in any case, Dubai is a metropolis, a center of attraction for many from around the world. And in fact, many projects are concentrated here. But there are also projects in neighboring Emirates, such as Sharjah, Ras Al Khaimah, where the first casino, Abu Dhabi, absolutely new locations surrounded by mangrove thickets, where cultural sites and museums will be presented, such as the Louvre Museum, the Guggenheim Museum, the Sheikh Zayed Museum, many different projects that in turn will attract a lot of tourists. Therefore, anyone who wants to get some information about Abu Dhabi can also get in touch. I will be happy to consult you, send additional analytical materials about the capital of the Emirates, Abu Dhabi. We will start with the project. The first project I noted is a project which is currently in the active phase of construction, situated between the Emirates of Abu Dhabi and Dubai. But legally, it belongs to the territory of Abu Dhabi. However, it is located 30 minutes by car from Dubai. In my opinion, this is one of the best projects today, featuring branded villas and residences under the brand Jacob & Co., which offers options for villas with 3 bedrooms, standalone up to 6 bedrooms, and apartments with 1, 2, 3 bedrooms on the first line of the sea. You won't find such offers for these prices anywhere, for example, like in Dubai or Abu Dhabi on the first line. Here, you can consider options for investment, for rental purposes, or for preserving capital, for personal residence, or even resale. Because resale shows an overall 20 to 25% annual return in this location. The properties are being built based on previous projects. Construction started 3 years ago, and the first phases are already being delivered from the beginning of this year, where in fact there are already ready villas. But also for them, the average growth is about 70%, with prices having increased compared to the purchase price on average over 3 years. Therefore, a very relevant offer of branded residences, as I noted, specifically for branded residences. Those considering the luxury segment are looking for something unique. Absolute privacy, their own developed infrastructure. There will be 2 British schools, a medical facility, a museum, a mosque, everything necessary. A supermarket, absolutely everything necessary for comfortable living. Also, a flexible payment schedule, 25% as an initial deposit, and 69% during construction. The remaining 6% is paid upon receiving the keys. For more detailed information, you can send a request. I will be happy to contact you and provide more detailed answers. I also noted the location. On the map, it's literally 40 minutes from our left side, on the right side, literally. In 30 minutes, you can reach Dubai Marina. The third project is villas near the golf courses. This area is called Jumeirah Golf Estate. For those who don't know, this area is premium class where many world celebrities have villas. It's a very popular place for golf enthusiasts because it has some of the best developed infrastructure locations for golf courses. In this location, a separate community is being developed by a developer from Saudi Arabia. This is the #1 developer, distinguished by high quality construction, with many completed projects already delivered into the Emirates, has a high reputation, and offers options to purchase 4 or 5 bedroom properties starting from $1,600,000 with a flexible payment plan of 60 to 40. 60% is to be paid during the construction period and 40% upon completion. The project completion is planned for the 4th quarter of 2028. For those considering the luxury segment option, I recommend considering this offer. I also noted the location on the map. It is literally 20 minutes drive to the Dubai Marina area to Palm Jumeirah. You can reach the beach in just 20 minutes, and downtown and the business district are also 20 to 25 minutes along. The Al Khail Road, which is the second most important after Sheikh Zayed Road. Now, the airport, specifically the Al Maktoum airport, is located 20 minutes drive away, which is currently being developed, as I mentioned earlier, and DXB airport is literally 30 minutes drive from this location. Additionally, a metro station is just 5 minutes away. So the third proposal, which I also included in this slide, is a community with more affordable prices. It is being developed by a local, quite well-known developer. There are options in a more budget-friendly variant. This includes 4 or 5 bedroom options starting from $630,000 and with a flexible payment plan of 75% during construction and 25% upon completion. In this complex is a separate, essentially gated community where its own crystal lagoon will be built. It's a kind of infinity pool with its own filtration and water cooling. As is known, swimming in the bay during summer is quite uncomfortable. But again, in such a type of community, this problem will not exist. Separate clubhouses will be offered and built. Schools and a clinic will also be constructed. There are already completed and delivered similar communities where you can actually come and see what it looks like. Therefore, I invite those who are planning to fly in to Dubai. We can organize a separate tour, meet you, show you the areas, arrange transportation day, and provide complete information on what it actually looks like so that you can see it all for yourself. The location is also, by the way, noted among the locations that are in high demand, the top 5 locations in terms of sales. This location is in this top 5 because here we have a mid-range segment and more affordable budgets, as well as promising locations. I would like to note that the first phase was sold out literally within 8 hours on the day of the sales launch. All the townhouses were sold out, and now we are expecting the second phase, which might sell out even faster. Therefore, hurry up. The project is very interesting. I can provide more details during a personal meeting. Our 4th offer is also located nearby. This is a more premium segment. The location is being developed by a local state developer in Dubai with, of course, a high reputation. It offers a less flexible payment schedule, 80 to 20. Again, for those who are considering the option for themselves or for long-term rental, the properties are already being developed. Several phases will soon be completed and put into operation for them. So there are still offers available in the segment of 4 to 5 bedrooms, standalone villas starting from $2 million. Specifically for those who are considering an option with high quality and convenient location and ready infrastructure, I recommend paying attention to this community. As noted, it is located closer on the map to the areas of business and downtown. Just 10 minutes by car and you are essentially in the center near the Burj Khalifa or Dubai Mall. And in just 15 minutes, you can reach the promenade to Kite Beach, for example. Also, 5th, I would like to highlight an option from a developer from Abu Dhabi. They are developing a large separate community in Dubai. Several phases have already been sold out. We are expecting the next phase. Starting prices begin at $1.5 million for a 3-bedroom villa. I would like to note that this community features particularly large land plots. For those considering a large land plot in the Emirates, this is the offer, a fairly flexible payment plan of 65 to 35. Also separate communities, but the level of construction quality is already maximum. I haven't seen better yet. The developer's reputation is impeccable. The project is located in the Dubai area. On the map, I would note it is located not far from. Also via Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Road, which is the 3rd most important highway. You can reach both Dubai Marina and Business Bay, the business districts, in literally 20 to 25 minutes. This location is currently, in my opinion, number 1 in demand for townhouses and villas, especially for those considering something in relation to Dubai in residential communities in the center, not the eastern, not the western part, not the more remote part, but at the same time, more separate gated communities that will be completed by the 28th, 29th, 30th year. Therefore, dear friends, I hope this short webinar was interesting for you. Those who want to receive additional information, or if anyone has questions, you can leave them in the comments or send me your request. I will be happy to get in touch with you and answer all questions. This was, in my opinion, a relevant stock of 5 offers as of today. But I would like to note that other locations are also emerging. Every time there's something new, something interesting. By the way, insider information, in Abu Dhabi, a new island will be developed where there will be residential apartments, presidential complexes, townhouses and villas. This will essentially be a new wave for investors from all over the world. So hurry up. This was Alibek with you, and see you in new videos dedicated to real estate in the UAE.